Yesterday I spent 4 hours with Ralph Wood, retired professor at Baylor University. I put that in scare quotes. You'll see why in just a minute. With he and his wife, lovely wife Suzanne, we had a wonderful lunch, followed by about 3 hours back in Ralph and Suzanne's apartment. There's many things I could say about Ralph, and I've interviewed Ralph, I believe, 3 different times. Spent some time with him, extended time at Baylor on different occasions. And it's interesting to see his life now, though he's not formally teaching at Baylor anymore or any university. He is more than active. He sent me his new essay on Cormac McCarthy, 6,000 plus words. He carries on just a heavy correspondence with all kinds of people, former students, professor friends, colleagues, and on it goes, all sorts of folks. And that, by the way, that's one thing I really appreciate about Ralph, his ability, and they said this was true of Dallas Willard, the ability of Ralph to relate to all sorts of people, not only the academically inclined or scholars, but just the everyman, the regular person who maybe is just starting to get interested in reading serious books, etc. And there's a number of things that I appreciate about Ralph. I should say in just a minute here, well, I will say in just a minute, but one thing that was interesting is seeing his one wall kind of discreetly had personal correspondence, letters to him from Rowan Williams, from Walker Percy, about a couple of Ralph's books. But I think the biggest thing I appreciate about Ralph, though he has been done considerable work both in the classroom and in his writing, is that though he's an octogenarian, and Ralph would be the first one to tell you that, he is obviously still really sharp mentally. But I think of Ralph and I think of Ecclesiastes 5:20, for he will not often consider the years of his life, because God keeps him occupied with the gladness of his heart. Ralph has certainly had suffering, great suffering in his life, but he certainly models what Ecclesiastes 5:20 is talking about.